All right, we'll begin our little Q&A session. So any questions that you guys have, feel free to ask.
Lauren, I'd like to find out more about the share out. How would we format that in a school day? And what type of time length are you looking at? Are you looking every day or just one day a week or?
Probably the way I imagined it in my head was, I know that the junior high kids 7th hour have their enrichment, and I feel like we could take a few minutes out of the first part of that, because I know some of them leave for practices, but we could take a few minutes out of that to kind of get together in one of the classrooms that's not being used at the time, and just kind of talk. And I talked to Miss Nikki about it a little bit, but we never got it really in full swing, and we really don't have much time at this point, but it's something that I would love to see happen. I feel like it would benefit our kids to be able to have a safe place to talk, because I know a lot of them really don't have a safe place to talk, or they don't feel like they do. And but maybe just take this.
Facilitate that.
I don't know. Probably I know Miss Nikki would like to be a part of it, and also the counselor who comes here, he said that he would love to sit in on a few of our sessions, and just kind of using our upperclassmen as role models, because that was our plan there. I was going to be the kind of leader of it and kind of start the meetings, talk, and whatever, but I'm going to be graduating. But
I like the idea of it, Lauren, a lot. I have a concern, though, that as small of a school we are, especially with some of our younger students, that they don't use that to then target other kids and have the support of others as they're targeting somebody whose behavior may not be so good, or who maybe is occasionally one who tends to bully.
right.
I think it's a great idea. I think it would need to be looked at closely.
Yes.
Or maybe it's not everybody. Maybe it's divided by grades or boys and girls or certain
Yes.
things like that. Because we're so small and so few kids.
Right.
Those of you who aren't aware of Lauren's school, when there's only several kids in a class, it'd be very easy if somebody said a behavior that everybody realizes, and it could easily become, now we're targeting that person about their poor behavior. Not that we don't want to address it, but we don't want that targeting to happen,
Right.
because then they could be perceived as they're the one being bullied.
Right.
So I think it's a great idea. I think how it's gone about, or what groups, how it's divided versus maybe everybody all together might be a better way to make it successful, though.
I totally agree with you there. Just kind of thinking about it more in depth and things like that. Does anybody else have any questions for me about my PowerPoint or anything else?
How did you choose this particular topic, or why did you choose the topic?
So, with this class, we choose 2 topics that are either on a list or that we've researched and kind of came up with ourselves. So this was one of the topics that I came up with, this, and then another one about abuse. And I thought this one would be very fitting with me still being in high school and just seeing all the bullying that's been going on and all the things that have been going on in the nation due to bullying, like the school shootings, the school violence problems. I thought it'd be a very good topic to kind of touch on and address, because it's not necessarily a topic that everybody wants to talk about, and it's something that I'm very passionate about and want to see disappear in the future, because from personal experience, bullying does not feel good. It does not feel good to be belittled every single day and have all of your flaws pointed out to people. It doesn't make you feel good, and it honestly does not make you want to be at school, to be with the same people every day who do this to you. And it's just something I wanted to talk about.
Another thing I just thought was the types of bullying you pointed out. I think there's a lot of adults, and even young adults, who don't realize some of what they do actually constitute forms of bullying, and they do it pretty often to others, and often those that they care about and are closest to, and don't realize it. So I thought
Yes.
you pointed out some great things.
I agree. Any other questions? No?
I really enjoyed listening to your speech.
Well, thank you. I really enjoyed having you guys in here.
You did a nice job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, good job, Dan.
Yes.